You have to believe in yourself.
Yeah. Dude, there's an old saying that always sticks in me that everybody at some point in their life needs a cheerleading section. And regardless of whether you have a lot of money or a little money or whether you're whatever social class you're in or whatever, at some point in time,
100%.
you need a cheerleading. Hey, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Lyfe Podcast. Dude, I'm so excited to have you here. I have to say, without trying to embarrass you or anything, but I've always admired you.
Thank you.
Just, even though I've given you a bad time about some of your jobs in the past.
That sounds really bad, but thanks.
It was all done in good.
It was
Yep.
always humorous.
Yep. I only kid the people that I really like. So anyways, I've just watched your different careers at Applebee's and at Buffalo Wild Wings. And even though I keep saying they got significantly better after you left.
And they have not, so you're welcome.
They've gone in the toilet. Sorry if you're one of those folks that watch that. And then just watch you, transition to another career in real estate. And you just crushed it everywhere you've gone.
Thanks. It's not an option not to. So, yeah, I'm a little competitive.
Come on. I would have not known that.
I know, right?
So anyways, introduce yourself. Tell us about yourself. Kids, family, talk to us.
I'm Kyra Beamis. I am a realtor here in the area. I'm an Idaho native, 2 daughters, pretty crazy life. That's about it. No animals, no nothing. So, yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to jump right in.
Cool.
The first that I think I ever knew you were the manager at Applebee's. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's about.
I was there for 16 years. So that was, and I haven't been there for 20 years now.
So I think we must have known each other like 25 years now or something.
I don't know if it's that long.
20 years?
I would have been a child. Just kidding.
No, I was
Probably
9.
close
I
to
was
20.
9 when I met you.
No, it's been a long time because I've been in real estate for 9. I was at Buffalo Wild Wings for 5, almost 6. And then so before that,
Yeah. I think.
Wow.
So I think I first met you very casually. I think you were at Applebee's.
Yeah.
But I think it was like towards the end of your Applebee's.
And it was.
Yeah,
because you
time.
actually coached one of my daughters too in basketball, when she was in 4th or 5th grades. Now she's a 23-year-old kid, adult.
I
So
don't remember coaching when I was 16.
that's awesome.
Holy buckets.
Yeah.
Well, good deal. Well, hey, I wanted to bring you on here today. We talk about, I try to capture people's story so I can kind of get the backstory. But I also wanted to talk to you just specifically really about your careers. And you had a transition a little bit later in life to not just a different job, but a completely different,
Life.
life. And,
Life.
Life. Come on. There you go. Nice plug. Good deal. Look at you just working it out. Working it.
I work at Real Broker, so real is a good pun for a lot of things. So
There you go. So let's go to, since I first met you at Applebee's, let's talk about Applebee's. What was that like? You were there 16 years.
A little over, yeah. I was young. I actually was a flight attendant before that, and I came home because I hated being a flight attendant, and I needed a job. So I went into Applebee's as a server. They hired me, and that was like in April. By the end of summer, I was in management. I worked a ton. I made money. I hustled, and so restaurants suckered me in for the rest of the next 20, 25 years. So I was there for a long time.
Yeah, because I only knew you as, how long were you the actual, restaurant manager?
So I left and I opened a franchise of my own, and it was called Sana To Go, and it was a meal prep, kind of like what they have now, but it didn't fly because it was 08, 09. So in 09, I went back and I was the general manager for 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought about that whole meal prep thing because, I've got 27 kids.
Well, I wasn't going to say it, but you do.
And it's just like so many times you can't make meals or whatever. And I thought, man, wouldn't it be cool if I could just
I owned one of those, and
Yes.
it was not a good time for Coeur d'Alene to have it. It was before its era.
Yeah, there's one or two of those in existence now.
Yeah.
Is that a profitable business?
Not at all, no.
I'm the king of not profitable businesses.
Next
Life is
subject.
a great business. I just didn't. I was having a hard time monetizing it because I was too nice. I gave everything for free.
You can't do that.
Yeah,
you have to be like a stickler. Yeah.
Yeah, I did that. Applebee's. Tell me about Applebee's. You're a general manager for 10 years. What do you think you learned from that, or how'd that go?
Just a work ethic. Hired thousands of kids, so I was a mentor to a lot of them. I also fired a lot of them because that just is how life happens. So but again, they've always come back and said, hey, thanks, we were stupid or whatever. But it was good. It was definitely a fun, crazy life.
Yeah, busy.
Busy. Well, it was busy because restaurant, like it's nights, holidays, and weekends. When you want to be with your family,
Right.
oh, that's when people want to eat. So that's when you work the restaurant. So going into the general manager portion of it was nice because I got to control my schedule a little bit more. But again, it's still, you work when people eat.
Right. And that, yeah, the little bit that I only did 3 years at a kind of a quasi restaurant type of thing. And I did so many events. And the reality is everyone does events on nights and weekends. Yeah. Because I'm too cheap, I couldn't afford to hire anybody. I was working them.
Well, and you do though, because even like a lot of my community involvement came from Applebee's, the pancake breakfast and all the fundraising things.
Did that?
Loved the pancake breakfast, but that was my every Saturday morning. There was a routine, there's a system. I became a very systems oriented person because of events like that. So it has helped me in my real estate career because everything needs a system or life is just a crap show.
Yeah.
So,
I'm trying to learn. I'm 55 now, so hopefully I'm going to learn that I need systems better.
If you don't have them now, you probably won't have them, which is fine.
At least I'm not showing any gray yet. I tell myself that.
Keep telling yourself that.
Good deal.
You need some glasses then.
So, yeah, we did the, I think 2 of my basketball teams, we did the pancake breakfast.
That was a thing that we started in this area. We raised $80,000 a year for different organizations because of pancakes. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was such a great fundraiser for my basketball teams because basically you get the grandparents and parents and aunts and uncles and stuff to come in and they're, they buy the tickets
for $10
tickets, and then they'll tip 20 or 30
and
or
it
50.
All goes awesome.
That was so cool.
And it was easy for the restaurant side of it because it was literally pancakes and bacon. So I had the same crew that set up every Saturday morning. So we knew where the profit margins were, but it was an amazing fundraiser for community.
Yeah, it was great for our teams. And when you're you're coaching like an AU team or whatever, and you're trying to raise money, I remember, and I always tried to make it so that kids just didn't have to pay very much money because, when I grew up, it was just like, oh, you want to do these types of sports? It was, there was just, expenses.
Not extra. Yeah.
It was like, we didn't ask because it was expensive.
Sports now are so expensive.
It's
like
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's beyond. I miss them, but I'm glad I'm out of them.
Yeah. Well,
because my girls are old enough now.
10 hours yesterday at a volleyball tournament.
Do not miss the days in a gym. That's awesome.
We did a lot of, we did that yesterday and I love it. And I know that when they leave, I'm going to miss it.
100%.
But
it's just irritating some days sitting there that long.
Sometimes it's just a long time to be in a gym.
Well, the worst part on volleyball is when you're done at the end of the day and you still have to stay and the kids have to like
ref and rest.
And you're like, I want to go. I'll be in the car.
Yeah. Volleyball is a whole other deal because your team, you'll play. And then, they'll like, if they play, they'll play and then they play again, but they still go through the entire warm-up process. Like, aren't you guys warmed up? You guys just got done playing.
But then it's time to eat again. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah. So after the general manager at Applebee's, you transitioned to Buffalo Wild Wings.
I did.
Why?
Well, I wasn't going to, and I ran into a manager at B-Dubs, is what I call it. He was also at Applebee's, and he's like, hey, we're hiring the Coeur d'Alene location. I'm like, I'm not switching. I rock at my job. I'm staying. I'm good. And then I talked about it with the guy that I was with, and part of it was, this is where I'm going to get emotional. Like, I'm a crier, just so you know. It was truly God's plan on me going. When I was at Applebee's, I made $53,000 a year, which was okay money. I mean, it wasn't bad. So when I went to B-Dubs, I was like, I will go if I can, 1.5 times my salary. They offered it.
What?
I was like, okay, I guess I'm switching companies. And it provided nicely because not too long after that, I went through a divorce, my second divorce. And so I was a single mom doing all this stuff, but I still made $72,000 a year, which sounds like a lot of money. But when Uncle Sam takes his portion of it, you don't have anybody helping. It was tight.
I'm sure. Yeah. It is and a lot of times it's single moms. I mean, there are some single dads out there, but
absolutely
the bulk of it is single moms.
Yeah.
And I was literally just talking with someone. I don't know how single parents make it.
Dude, it's rough. And I still had a good salary. So I feel for anybody who doesn't have this fat career that can pay. Because, I mean, it wasn't fat, but it still was a little bit more than what other people have.
Yeah. But, I mean, when you're trying to run a household and you've got, the responsibilities of raising your kids and going to their sporting events and doing their school stuff and all that kind of stuff. And then 100% of the utility bill is on you. 100% of the... mortgage is on you, the insurance, the food, the whatever.
And still work 50 or 60 hours a week.
Yeah.
On top of all that.
It's tough for two two income families to make it.
Yeah.
And then you just take, but at least two families are, two people
Dynamic,
contributing to the deal.
Yeah.
And so, obviously you kind of had to leave.
Yeah, you can't sustain it. Yeah.
You can't not leave if you're going to make, like another $20,000 or $30,000. That's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. So I was like, okay, it's time to go.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then you were there like
5 years.
5 years, yeah.
So I opened it as a new restaurant, and then I was there for 5 years.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then probably a lot of you probably had a lot of younger employees, probably had to hire and
I tell you, I love younger employees than I do like working with adults that I work with now. The younger ones would just listen. I think they were kind of scared of me. So they were like,
dude,
okay.
No offense, but I'm kind of scared of you. Like, you notice that I'm kind of watching, like, what's going on? What's going to happen?
One of the agents, he's like, you are the nicest, scariest person I've ever met.
Yeah.
But I just get it done.
Well, I mean, I'm close enough. I could get a backhand.
And
so I'm trying to make sure.
I actually do hit all the time. Like, I would hit my staff, but they were like, they'd walk away. Yeah. I'm a little violent, so it's fine.
Yeah, good deal.
Yeah.
So you were there. What was different about B-Dubs than Applebee's? What was different?
It was just a fun, live, good environment. I love Applebee's. It provided nicely, but it's Oriental chicken salads and old people. Like, after a while, it just gets old.
Yeah.
I mean, we did the late night parties and all of the different events that they did, but B-Dubs was sports and it was fun. Like UFC nights with a Zags game and all these other things going on. It was just a different crowd and it was fun. But again, it was still exhausting. So like 16-hour days because sports were March Madness and all this stuff. I could tell you any stat during the day of any sports team, and I'm like, no TV. Yeah, but it was fun.
Yeah, no, I totally get that because we would go to, guys would get together, we'd go down and watch a game or whatever, and you'd want to watch a couple of games at the same time, and you got the TVs going on, and it was
fun.
It was fun. Unfortunately, I really haven't been back.
Oh, I thought it was so bad before.
That's just me giving you a bad time. Yeah, it was.
I've only been back. Yeah,
a lively place. I think I met someone there. We were going to watch, I don't know, Thursday Night Football or something. It was one of those. It's on like. You know how they like only give it on certain
channels.
Certain channels.
Yeah.
And B-Dubs was on. It was at B-Dubs. So I went there and I was just like, okay, it's Thursday Night Football and nobody's here. So hopefully their business has picked up a little bit or whatever. I just haven't been. So.
I don't go back. I mean, again, my family ate so much restaurant food between Applebee's and Wings because again, when you're a limited income, guess what, guys? We're eating restaurant tonight. So people think it's cool and bougie, but you're like, I'm sick of the food, but it took away part of my grocery bill.
Oh.
Again, the checks and balances of life, like they ate a lot of restaurant food.
Yeah. Oh, so that's what I did when I had Lyfe. It was like, you know, this party we were going to make, 18 flatbreads and, they only needed 16. Well, guess what the family was having? We're having a couple flatbreads.
Yeah. Well, even like before school, so if I had to be at Applebee's like at 8 a.m., Taylor and Austin would both go to Ramsey. So they would come open restaurants with me. So their breakfast was whatever was on the kids' menu at a restaurant, and they knew where to go get it. I mean, it was just, again, part of life. They would watch TV in the restaurants. Yep. They grew up in restaurants. So
yeah. Well, I mean, obviously there's good and bad with that.
Oh, yeah.
Know? At least Applebee's and B-Dubs are like super health food.
Yeah. Oh, but my girls actually eat healthy. They always had to have 2 no thank you bites. They eat good. So
yeah. I unfortunately. That's the food that I like. I like pizza and wings and tacos.
I think we all do.
Yeah, that's the kind of
awesome.
It wouldn't be good if I had unlimited exposure to buffalo wings.
Well, part of it though was good because I walked about 10 miles a day during my shifts, so I would stay in shape because you walk, so you could eat whatever. And lack of sleep, Red Bull was my best friend. So I mean.
I know I'm really trying to cut down on the Red Bull.
I'm not.
Yeah.
One a day.
It's for me. It's the like 2 p.m. is about the time where it's like, oh, geez,
you should go take a walk.
I still have like 3 or 4 more hours or 2 or 3 more meetings left to go, and Red Bull works.
Yeah, it does. It's amazing.
So yeah, so restaurant, between B-Dubs, the venture that you had, and then Applebee's, that's a long span of a work, 20 years or over 20 years.
Yeah, close to 25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you came to a situation where you made a complete pivot.
At 37 years old.
You were in hospitality, and then you decided, I'm just going to be a real estate mogul.
It's so easy to do.
Talk to me. Was that scary?
Oh, absolutely. But here's the thing is, so I had a mentor. She has passed since then. I was mentoring with her. Can you cut this part? I'm just kidding. She was mentoring me and it was Marie Pickford.
Amazing woman.
Amazing. She was awesome. And we only mentored for a little bit of time together, but she was at all my kids' sporting events because her son was the coach. So that's when we sat and chatted. And so as she mentored me, it was about females in leadership in the community. So it had nothing to do with real estate. It was just powerful chicks that wanted to hang out and eat lunch. We went to Tomato Street all the time, and that was our thing. So we were talking about what does my retirement look like? And so it was more of like, how are you going to invest properties? And I'm like, lady, I can't invest properties. I can't pay my bills. Like, I don't have that stuff. So we had a plan that again, this is a God's plan. So we would sit there, and when I started meeting with her, I'm like, I actually think I want to switch careers. Like, I think I'm done with restaurant. Like, my body physically hurts. I work 60 hours a week. I was a single mom, and I'm like, I don't want my kids to grow up that I'm till in the restaurant till 2 a.m. Get yourself to bed, and I'll wake you up at 6 to take you to school after 3 hours sleep, 4 hours. So she said, okay, you can transition when you have 6 months worth of money saved in an account. I don't have $50 to my name. Shortly after that conversation, I got a tax return and a bonus that I'd never received in a restaurant before. And it was 6 months worth of savings.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
There was a plan that I was going to give myself like 8 months to save every penny. Every penny. And I'm like, okay, not do coffees, not do things, just nothing is going to happen. And that was like in January. I gave myself to my birthday in August that I was going to quit restaurant, be done. In April, I quit because I had the money. Like, truly,
amazing.
like, it was seriously God's plan. And it was all because of Marie. She encouraged and she believed in me. And it was just a mentorship. It was just somebody who cared. So I hate that I cry for this because she's been gone for a while.
No, she's, again, amazing woman.
She really,
And she impacted so many lives.
She did silently. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah.
So I got into real estate, and as she was mentoring me, like, I had non-negotiables, and she was my accountability partner. Like, she gave you harsh things to do, and you're like, ooh, she scared me.
Oh.
Like, I was like, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Like, it was just part of it. And once she passed, I say Kevin inherited me. He became my mentor. So again, he's not as harsh as his mom, but the accountability was still there. So I think anything that you do with any certainty, you have to have somebody accountable to you to hold you that way.
Yeah.
Everywhere in my life, I have somebody I'm accountable to or they're accountable to me, and it still holds me accountable to certain things. So,
Good deals. Real estate, you started in April. How long before you kind of felt like, oh, I have my legs underneath me?
Oh, the first 6 months, I didn't get a check. I'm like, Kevin, suck. What am I doing? I was getting to the end of the savings, and then it started to happen because it's not a quick overnight industry. Like, and I got very butthurt because people were getting into transactions and they weren't using me as their realtor. And I'm like, I've known you forever. I hired you. They didn't believe in me yet. And so it was very disheartening. But then once I started getting the momentum, like all of it, then it started happening. But I was very diligent for the first year that I had to make 20 phone calls a day and write 2 thank you cards daily. I did it 5 days a week. Without fail, that was my non-negotiables. And I didn't have to show it to anybody, but I had little tallies that that was what was pushing me. And as soon as I did that, it just kept going. So then my first full year into real estate, our team, meaning Kevin and I, we did 48 transactions. I did 46.
Wow.
He was my Cliff Notes version. So when I had questions, I could call him and ask him again. It's my mentor. It wasn't a, hey, how's your day? It was, hey, what's the question? Let's get the answer. Like, there was none of that. So the momentum just kept going. And it's because I held myself accountable. And I had somebody that I didn't want to walk into the office and be like, I didn't make my phone calls today. I just did it.
Yeah. And just
but
the hard work kind of just bada bing.
And the kids would also, Mom, did you sell anything today? You don't want to tell your kids no. And like part of my vision board had stuff on there that really helped. And I'll cry even more if I tell you any of it, but it's been amazing. But a lot of it is truly just like believing in yourself that you can do it and surround yourself by the right people. You lose friends and you lose people in your world when you change.
Yeah, that's totally true.
So,
and I think those are good words. Surrounding yourself with the right people. You know, they say that like you become like the five people you hang out with the most.
Yeah.
And, you know, whether that's financially or socially or politically or whatever, you become like them. I try to tell my kids that, like, dude, pick your friends wisely because.
Right. And as a kid, you're like, you don't know what you're talking about, but it truly matters.
It does. Yeah, it's crazy. So I wanted to kind of touch on, and I know we did a little bit, but my heart definitely goes out to A lot of times it's single moms, but there are obviously single dads out there as well. But what was it like? What kind of encouragement, or what would you tell like the single mom out there that's got a couple of kids and it's just her? Like, where's their hope? Like, where's their, like.
Part of it is nobody's going to do it for you.
Yes.
If you want something, you have to go get it. You have to chase it. You have to put it out in the universe. I truly believe that you attract anything that is out there. So tell one person, and if they're not on your side or like gunning for you, drop them.
Yeah.
Find the people who are going to cheerlead you and like support you 100%. But you have to believe in yourself.
Yeah. Dude, there's an old saying that always sticks in me that everybody at some point in their life needs a cheerleading section. Now, regardless of whether you have a lot of money or a little money, or whether you're whatever social class you're in or whatever, at some point in time,
100%.
you need a cheerleading section.
Well, and right now we have social media, which is huge because I have cheerleaders on social media that I'm like, you know who I am, but they are like so excited when you get to celebrate a win. And if you need somebody to celebrate with you, call me. Because I love to celebrate people's stuff. Like I've had agents to be like, can I tell you how much my check was? Yes, like preach it from the rooftop. So you need to find those people. Yeah. Because that changes.
I thought that's one of the things that Marie did really well. She would celebrate people, but she would also, like, I remember when I say I got into real estate, I was going to do real estate as a side deal because that's what people do.
Yeah. Because it's not hard.
And then we adopted Cotto, and it was just like, holy buckets. There's only so many places I can hold. But I remember I did a transaction and, we did a transaction and, I was going to get money. And I think there was some kind of paperwork I was supposed to do. And the weird thing is I still remember this call like it was yesterday. Hey, Dave, how are you doing? Good. I'm kind of surprised at you.
You just got yelled at.
And I was like, I just remember like, dude, I think I just let Marie Pickford down.
Yeah.
And it was just that quick, I'm kind of surprised at you thing.
It's like you slightly disappointed me.
Was like, oh my gosh. And I think like whatever it was, by the time I came into work, that paperwork was done, ready to go in the file, done. Because I was like, I
could never do that again.
I don't want to disappoint Marie Pickford. She was just like a lady that commanded respect. And she
will love on you, but then it's the stern, it's the mom look.
Yeah.
And the mom voice.
And I'm like, oh, okay. And then, Pat could just kick your bottom.
Yeah.
One of the toughest older guys
That's awesome.
I think that I know. And just great people.
Yeah.
Yeah, great people.
Yeah.
So good deal. So, hey, here's the deal. One thing, because I know we're up against the time frame right now. What would you say to somebody that maybe is in a career, maybe they've been in that career for a long time, and they're thinking about, maybe I want to do something else.
Yeah.
I want to transition. I want to pivot. What would you say to them? What should they do?
Life is short. And make sure you just love everything that you do. If it's a career change, God will provide. Like, you need to just do what's for you.
Yeah, what are there precautions someone should take, or like?
I jump off a bridge and then think about it. So I am not a precaution magnet at all.
Neither am I.
But I think that's what's made me successful is because I don't think about the negative. Like I'm like, hey, it's gonna work. Like go jump. Yeah, I'll figure it out on the way down, kind of thing.
Well, and I remember, where you earlier talked about like Marie was like, hey, 6 months worth of salary saved, and it turns out that was probably pretty important.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have paycheck for 6 months. Yeah. At least you had something to go with. I mean, should we, like, do you think people should, like, talk to somebody or?
Absolutely. I think you really need to find who your true people are. And it might not even be the people that are in your everyday life. Sometimes those are your biggest letdowns of it. Go talk to somebody in that career. Go talk to somebody who's done it, a mentor that you see, somebody that you idolize somewhere. If you idolize them, find out where they came from. Because there's a lot of people who are professional speakers that have never built anything or done anything. Find somebody who's been successful in where you want to go and ask them what it takes. Because, I mean, I can say I can do this very well, but if I haven't sold as many homes as I had, I don't have the right to sit here and say this. But I have, and I can tell somebody what it's going to look like. And I don't sugarcoat it, and it's not rose-colored glasses all the time. So I think you just need a very honest opinion from somebody.
Yeah, I like what you were talking about earlier where you had a plan. Like, okay, save 6 months, but okay, these are my non-negotiables. I'm going to call 20 people. I'm going to, send thank you cards out. I'm going to do whatever it was. So you were like, I'm all in.
Well, 100%. I did not have a plan B. I think when you have a plan B,
Yeah.
that's always, if this doesn't work, I'll go do that. Or if this doesn't, there's zero plan B. Like you're in and you're committed. But again, that's also my mindset, and I'm a little extra on some things. So
Yeah. But I mean, I think especially, you get to be 40 or whatever, 50, 60, whatever it is, and you decide to pivot, you kind of have to be all in.
yeah. Yeah. Because you don't want to take steps backwards in life. I mean, if you're truly not happy or you want to change, but you need to know what you're jumping into. Absolutely. Financially, you need to figure out what that is. I mean, I'm financially night and day from where I was, but you have to know what drives you and why you're doing these things. You need to know what your why is. And my why for a long time was one specific thing, but your why changes. Your why grows, and your why, it's different. It used to be my girls. Now they're adults. And I mean, if you knew some of my past, I bought the shoes. There's a story with it, but crazy.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, here's the deal. I know we're up against it, but thank you so much for coming on.
You're welcome. This was fun.
I love sitting and talking to people. I'm still learning how to make this known to people out there. Because right now you have to search it to find it.
I'll share it.
So it's sharing it or sending it or whatever. Yeah. But I think I just do it because I like to hear people's stories. I like to okay, what can I learn from this? Because I think if we're listening, we can.
You should always take away something
from everybody, regardless of what they've done or what they haven't done. I mean, sometimes we learn oh, dude, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Well, can I tell you, even getting into real estate at 37, give me a restaurant and I was a very good operator. But I walk into this room of agents and I'm like, oh, this is humbling. I don't know everything. I'm not the smartest person. I'm not the head person. I'm nobody. So you can definitely learn if you, a lot of times, shut your mouth. Just sit and listen. Listening is huge. So
yeah, that's good, which I like to talk. So sometimes I'm not the best listener in the world.
No, but you're supposed to talk, so that's good. Yeah.
Good deal. Well, hey,
anyway.
If you have enjoyed this, like it, share it, send it out, help me figure out how to
go viral.
I'm like a ready, fire, aim type of person.
Yeah.
And so I probably should have done a bunch of research before I started this, but
it's good.
You just jump in and do it. Yeah. But hey, thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next Wednesday morning at 9:00. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Peace.